Alright, so this is a simple explanation as to how we should go about the reading the newspapers. You see, this is the Hindu explained, okay, and the very first article is with respect to same-sex marriage and the fundamental right to marry. Now, in this, you need to remember there was a five-judge bench. The main judges were Justice Ravindra Bhatt, Hima Kohli, P.S. Narasimha. They gave the main judgment, and the minority judgment was given by D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul. These are the five judges, and the bench has unanimously acknowledged that same-sex couples faced discrimination and harassment. So this is the one point that there was unanimity across all judges, and then they have also asked the high government to form a high-powered committee, which must be chaired by a union cabinet committee to expeditiously look into the concerns faced by the same-sex couples, right? Now, the fundamental right to marry has not been granted in this, right? Justice CJI and Justice Kaul has batted for civil unions. They have stated that, okay, you don't want to make it a legal union, you don't want to call it a marital union, but at least recognize that some sort of civil union is there for non-heterosexual couples, right? So this is a minority opinion, so it is not really important. And here you will find one of the cases of Lata Singh versus the state of UP 2006, which was concerning an intercaste marriage. Then in 2014 you will find Supreme Court took a suo motu cognizance of newspaper reports of the gang rape of a 20-year-old Indian woman on the orders of the village court. Then there is Justice K.S. Puttaswamy and another versus Union of India 2017. There were 9 judges in this. They had that had discussed fundamental right to privacy under Article 21. And a lot of judgments you will find here that the Supreme Court has referred to, in which Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India, with respect to decriminalizing Section 377, which was related to unnatural offences, goes without saying. All right. And then you will find there are different articles of international convention and all of that that have been explained in this particular article. You will also find the judgment of the US Supreme Court in Obergefell versus Hodge of 2015. So there are a lot of facts definitely that you should read from this particular explained. I'll make a complete explainer video on this. Now the second important is the Supreme Court verdict on the same-sex marriage and same-sex marriage and the fundamental right to marry. Both of them, this particular article and the above article, has to be read in tandem together, right? Then the allegations on Adani coal imports. Again, this is an important article because there was a report on the Financial Times which stated that Adani appeared to have imported billions of dollars of coal prices at prices above their market value. Because of this allegation, Adani is basically manipulating the price of electricity in India. That is what this article explains you. The second is see, Israel, Hamas and the laws of war. That again is an important article, very important article, because it is related to UN Charter. The concept of jus ad bellum and jus in bello. Jus ad bellum and jus in bello. Right? So what conditions or when can countries use force in the international relations is known as jus ad bellum. And the second is, if war is to be fought, that is, what are military actions permissible? This is known as jus in bello, right? And again, this is coming from UN Charter. So there is Geneva Conventions of 1949 and additional protocols of 1977 that is related to armed conflict. It is also called as international humanitarian law, because how force will be used in international war, that is called as international humanitarian law. So we have Geneva Convention 1949 and protocols of 1977. That is what we need to remember, number first. Moving to the next part, there are a lot of things like Article 1 of the International Convention Against Trafficking of Hostages, which recognize hostage taking as a crime. Then there is Article 8 of the Rome Statute, which established International Criminal Court, right? So this particular matter can be discussed in International Criminal Court, and International Criminal Court is again and again in news. So this is one particular aspect that we should study. Now, why are the abortion laws in the spotlight again? So very important for legal point of view. And a 2-judge bench of Justice Hima Kohli and B.V. Nagaratna had delivered a split verdict when the government brandished a report from AIMS which said that the fetus was viable and had a heartbeat. A married woman of 26-week pregnancy had approached the Supreme Court to terminate her pregnancy. Now this is very important, alright. The second is, how is Indian Ocean Rim Association a key a block for India, because recently there is a meeting that is held in Colombo, and it's a 23 nation grouping where on October 11th, Sri Lanka took it from Bangladesh, and there are dialogue partners that are coming. This is a 26-year-old organization. It's a brainchild of former South African President Nelson Mandela, right? 23 countries from Africa, West Asia, Southeast Asia, Australia, and littoral states are part of it. And Sri Lanka has taken charge from Bangladesh. India is the vice chair. The troika of IRA is within the South Asian region. You will find it. And then it has also 11 dialogue partners, which includes China, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Germany, and all of that. IRA was formed in 1997. Then it was called as Indian Ocean Region Association for Regional Cooperation in Mauritius. Its genesis came from a speech from that Nelson Mandela delivered in Delhi in 1995. He invited then Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao as a guest for the Republic Day, and that actually created the concept of Indian Ocean Rim Association. So what are this particular aspects that you will find here, right? And then Iron Dome, Israel's missile defense, is also important article that we should read. Then Belt and Road Initiative. Along with this, you will also find one article here that is mentioned how China is increasing its presence in the Indian Ocean region, and this dates back to 2022. So all these articles are, interrelated with each other. Then you have Claudia Golden and Global Gender Gap Report and all of that, the Nobel Prize in Economics. Moving to the next part, mental health in India. What is the status of mental health? National Mental Health Day and all of that was discussed here. So we also have Telemanas initiative, and everything will be discussed, how government is under National Mental Health Program is combating mental health crisis and all of that. Then we also have Mental Health Care Act of 2017. The race for caste census in India, again, it is a very important article. So these are some of the articles that you should read that I have told you. And if you find any difficulty, just tell me in the comment section of this particular video, and I will be explaining those topics to you. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. LexPrep is my personal YouTube channel where I continuously discuss awareness related videos in a very short span of time. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next.